So everybody knows the Xbox Series X is a thing. We know that that's happening. We know we're getting that. We know what it looks like. We don't know how much it's going to cost. And Xbox isn't doing a thing until next month. So any more information, we already have a lot of information on Xbox Series X, but any more information, it's going to have to wait another month. But according to Tech Radar, Lockhart rumors intensify as references to console are found in Windows 10 code. If you forgot, Lockhart is the other console, the 1S, if you will.
Yes. A more consumer-friendly, I guess, less powerful version of the Series X.
Correct.
The 1S to the Series X 1X. If that makes any sort of sense.
The 1S to the Xbox One X. What? No, you did it right. You did it right. You did it right. Anyway, all right, we're not going to get it right. It's not going to happen. More fuel on the fire. Perhaps we'll hear something official from Microsoft soon. Probably not for another month. Project Lockhart is referred to in some Windows 10 code libraries. It has emerged, pouring more fuel onto the fire of the rumor that Microsoft has a second digital-only next-gen console in the works. The theory is that the second Project Lockhart console would sit under the top-end Xbox Series X. See, they said it better than we do, and that's why they get paid to write articles.
Yeah.
As a more affordable alternative Xbox Series S, ? I take it back. They didn't do it better than us. For those happy to have a lesser spec machine, but it's still unclear as to whether this is Microsoft's plan or indeed what Lockhart might actually be. What we now know is that it's something to do with the Xbox, given that reference to Xbox Lockhart have been discovered by a security researcher and posted on Twitter. Let's look at this tweet. Let's see here. There's a whole thread.
Yeah.
I don't work at Forbes. I know for a fact that Lockhart is real. COVID messed with scheduling. These guys will see what I've been talking about since June 2018. Give them time to catch up. And he quote tweeted a Forbes article that said, "I do not believe Microsoft's Xbox Lockhart exists." I don't like Forbes for gaming.
Wait, where are you seeing this?
So in the article, they link a tweet from Tidal OS.
Yeah, I see that.
Go to the quote tweet. He quote tweeted.
Okay, the quote tweet, it literally is referred to.
Yeah, click on that and then scroll up.
Okay.
Yes. And then somebody said it's literally referred to in the OS. And then the guy posts where the thing is in the OS.
Right.
It's all. What's interesting to me is that these are all code names. Yeah. You'd think that they would use the actual names.
Well, no, because I don't think they know what the actual names are until after they've started developing it. So they still refer to it by their code names internally.
Right. I guess they have to develop before the name's out, and they don't want to update it because there's no real reason to, because it's not like anybody's going to actually see this information.
And I know, like, Nintendo, I think I have actually a GameCube game here because I have a GameCube in my desk. Don't tell anybody. So
I got
remember GameCube used to be codenamed Dolphin?
Yes. So
they still, like, this is 007 Nightfire, and the product code for it is DOLPGO7E. DOL for Dolphin. All GameCube games have a code number starting with DOL for Dolphin. Okay. And that's continued on the Wii. They have REV, which the code name was Revolution. And for the Switch, they have a code name started with NX because it was originally the NX.
Right.
So they still reference their original names. At least Nintendo does, and I'm assuming Microsoft does it on a software level.
It does make sense because why go back and change all of their code just to reference the new name that doesn't really matter? Because you could see in this, whatever this is, I guess it's the System32 files, it says Xbox Durango, Scorpio, Anaconda. So Scorpio was
the Xbox One X.
Right.
And Durango was, I think that was the Xbox One.
What's Anaconda?
I think that was Series X.
All right, well, you look that up. Well, you look up what those two names are. I will finish reading this article. Tidal OS found the references, that's the guy who tweeted it, with there being 5 in total in System32 library for Windows, and they were present alongside mentions of Xbox Anaconda, which is the code name for the Series X, as IGN reports.
Yeah, Xbox One was Durango.
Okay, and Series X was Anaconda.
Correct.
Of course, this hardly proves that Microsoft has a lower priced spin on its next-gen Xbox in the pipeline, but it is at least another indication that such a project might really exist. As we've heard before from Windows Central, the disc-less console is apparently already in the home testing phase, meaning those who work on the Xbox team are playing around with it outside of the office. Again, though, we have to be somewhat careful around these rumors, and even if Lockhart is coming, we still don't know if the first frame might be later rather than sooner. After all, Microsoft released the Xbox One S some 3 years after the original Xbox One emerged, and while it's unlikely that there would be such a gap this time around, the point is that both next-gen consoles might not launch that close to each other. As we've speculated in the past, there could be a year or so gap between them, assuming that Lockhart comes to pass at all, of course. Previously, the rumor mongers were hoping to hear something about Project Lockhart in May, but that didn't happen. However, presumably, if that alternative console is in the picture for the near future, we'll hear something, blah, 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 blah. So the long short is that Xbox Lockhart is a thing.
Yes.
It's a second console to be alongside the Series X. The question is it gonna launch alongside the Series X, or will it be a year out? Or I don't think it'll be more than a year out.
I feel like if it's supposed to be like a lower spec version of the same thing as Series X, why would they delay it? Why would you want to push, the really expensive high power one that not a lot of people are guaranteed to get, and then eventually come out with like a more consumer casual friendly version of it?
So I think that they're going to launch alongside each other, or at least very close to each other.
Yeah.
But I'll argue for releasing it later. So maybe they want to push the Series X, the big powerful one, because, in E3 season, everybody's comparing specs. Everybody's going to be looking at the Series X compared to the PlayStation 5, and they're going to see which one's going to be better, Yeah. And maybe Microsoft knows that PlayStation's only going to have one console. It's going to be a super powerful console, and they want to compete directly with the super powerful console. And they know that we don't have to make a smaller version because who are we competing against? We're only competing against Sony, and they have a big, powerful one. So they could be taking it as they could be taking it a little easy, being like, all right, we'll slap them with the cheaper one later. Yeah. I don't think that's what's happening, though. I think that this whole Xbox One X and Xbox One S situation taught these console manufacturers that the new meta is to have a premium console and a more consumer-friendly console, which is a little sad. Because when the Series X, when the One X came out, we were all like, this is stupid. I hate iterative consoles. This shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. Did they learn that? Because Sony doesn't seem to be putting out a second PS5.
Well, that's because the PlayStation 4 Pro, was nobody appreciated that. When that came out, everybody was like, this is stupid. But this One X, everybody was like, this is amazing.
I think that's because One X Microsoft did a better job at like selling like this is a more powerful video game system. But by the same token, that still didn't help Microsoft catch up to Sony's lead in the console space.
No, but I think Microsoft's playing a different game now. I think that they realized that going immediately head to head wasn't going to work. And again, I think that in this new console generation, Microsoft's going to be going. They're going to be pushing software more. They're going to be pushing game streaming more. Mm-hmm. So I think them releasing a second console that's discless is doubling down on the whole Xbox as what do you call it? As an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Rather than just a console. Also, it's possible Lockhart isn't even a system. It's possible that could just be XCloud turning into Lockhart.
Well, no, because XCloud is XCloud. That's a separate project entirely.
I mean, maybe.
No, definitely. Why would they?
Where's the code name for XCloud?
Well, because XCloud isn't hardware.
Right, but it mimics, like when you have a cloud service like that, it has to mimic a hardware.
Right, it has to mimic a hardware.
Yeah. So I'm saying it could be
probably mimicking Anaconda, if anything.
I'm saying it could be. It could. Xbox isn't going to be. I mean, XCloud isn't going to be XCloud when it comes out.
No,
it's going to be something else.
It'll probably get rolled into Game Pass.
I hope so. I think that would be the smartest move.
Yeah, no, because they wouldn't have two separate code names and then at the last minute, oh, surprise, it's the same thing. That just doesn't make any sense.
I think that Lockhart is going to be focused on streaming or focused on, digital downloads and whatnot. But it's possible it might not even be a physical console, is all I'm saying. I think it is. I think it's going to be a physical console, but I'm saying it's possible it's not even going to be a physical console.
I just hope it has a disc drive because I don't think that...
All rumors are pointing towards no.
I don't think we're there yet with these types of games. I mean, if the hard drive's big enough and you can just download them on there, that's one thing. But like a purely streaming device, we're not there yet.
I'm afraid of hard drive space in these next gen consoles. Yeah. I'm a little scared of hard drive space because right now my 500 gig PS4 is not having a good time.
Yeah,
it's not having a good time, and these next gen consoles don't have big hard drives because they're all SSDs.
Yeah,
and they need more. Games are going to take up even more space.
So it's confirmed that Series X is going to launch with a 1 terabyte hard drive, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD installed, and the PS5 is going to launch with like a 9-something gigabyte SSD, and then it's expandable memory from there. But even still, most people, like, you haven't upgraded your PS4 hard drive.
No, but none of my friends.
I'm the only person I know who's upgraded my PS4 hard drive. Mm-hmm. So the chances are, most people, your average person, is not going to upgrade. Is not going to add an additional NVMe hard SSD to their system, or even know that Microsoft sells proprietary NVMe drives for the Series X. So chances are you're going to be stuck in a similar situation where you'll only be able to get 5 games on your system, and then that's it.
The important thing to realize is that these games are going to be much bigger than the games now. Mm-hmm. And when Warzone is friggin' 200 gigabytes, think about what that's going to mean for
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, for a 4K experience, you're going to be looking at a lot of memory. And I mean, these games are only now taking up this much space because we're at the end of the console lifecycle. Imagine what the end of the next console lifecycle is going to be like. Those games are going to take up the whole friggin' hard drive. It's going to be nuts. So yeah, 1 terabyte. I mean, it's bigger than what these systems launched with, but it's still not,
I mean, if you were to go out and buy an Xbox, either Xbox or either version of the PS4, now they come with a terabyte.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they realize halfway through
Right.
the console life cycle that okay, these games are getting big.
My stupid Xbox is only 500 gigs still.
I think my One X. What is my One X?
It should be a terabyte.
They only released one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terabyte.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Series X I'm looking at. Oh, I'm looking at a Versus. Should be a terabyte. Yeah, it's a terabyte. It's a terabyte. Yeah, I gotta. I keep talking about Warzone and I take up my whole freaking PS4 hard drive. But I've been playing it on PS4 because it's easier to upgrade all of your weapons and stuff if you play the actual Modern Warfare multiplayer. And I only have Modern Warfare on my PS4. I don't want to buy it again. That'd be stupid.
Right.
Anyway, if Lockhart is a physical console, which I mean, all signs are pointing to yes, it's a physical console.
Yeah.
Not my crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy that it's a digital service. If it's a physical console, it needs a lot of hard drive space because it's going to be digital only and it's not going to have a disk drive.
I mean, they'd be fools to launch it with anything less than a terabyte. If they're doing NVMe style drives,
I don't think they should on Lockhart. I think they should.
They can't. They can't do regular traditional hard disk drives because these new systems, the development cycle is based on the fact they use solid state.
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's my idea. I got an idea.
Okay.
Microsoft, I hope you're listening. Well, it's too late now. You're already in development.
Yeah.
500 gig NVMe. 500 gigs. And then an actual hard disk that's a terabyte.
Both Xbox and PS5, you can attach an external hard drive to them, like like one of these traditional external hard drives, and they can work.
Actually, it's exactly that hard drive. It just says Xbox on it.
But I'm saying like they'll work on there.
Oh yeah,
but they won't be as fast. In some games, there might even be compatibility issues.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It would
the problem is consoles were designed to be simpler to use. You just plug them into your TV and there you go. You can play the game. You don't have to worry about upgrading your graphics card or freaking dealing with hard drive space or RAM crap or whatnot. It was supposed to be the simpler alternative to PC gaming, and now it ain't.
I was thinking about that. I was watching Dr. Disrespect going through some troubleshooting with his game because he's got, everybody plays on PC and he's having all these stupid problems. Mm-hmm. And I was like, these people get like thousands and thousands of dollars they dump into their gaming PC. And then they have to tweak all of these settings, and it doesn't even, it's not even like, it doesn't even look better than it does on console.
And
you know what I mean?
Like these consoles now, some TVs might be incompatible with them.
Yeah.
It's like,
so
I hate video games. Video games are stupid.
There might be a way to have two hard drives and have the game copy to the faster one when you want to play it, but that might also take 1,000. That might also just take a really long time to do before you actually boot up the game. But anyway, right now, when you want to play a game, it updates for 4 years. So,
because it has to download the game again and then slowly delete the other one.
Yeah, and it needs twice the amount of room to update. Because it needs to copy the update. It's stupid. Everything sucks. It's a pain.
Video games are terrible.
Hard drive space is going to be a major issue in this next gen situation. But the SSD seems to be a big deal with development because it's going to be a lot. It's going to make the games a lot faster. It's just unfortunate that it's going to be more expensive to have more room. So yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. If Lockhart is a cheaper, less powerful version, how is it going to play all of the new games? And that's why, again, I think it being a digital focused or streaming focused thing makes more sense.